Welcome back, everyone. Before I start with the PvP ROM, first I want to show you a couple new ideas that I have for the Orthos. So far I've been using this ship only with the classic medium missiles, haven't used the rapids or torpedo launchers on this ship so far. Now, this is the build that I have imagined for this ship. It kinda looks like the Ashimmu, just with missiles and with a lot of points. So I have rapid missiles in the weapon slots. Now rapid missiles are perfect to shoot frigates or destroyers. They also can be quite good against other more larger ships. But primarily, if I have this build, then frigates are my main objective. Now let me just take the medium missile on one slot just for a comparison side by side. So the rapid missile launchers almost have the same flight velocity as the classic medium missile launchers. The difference is like 2000 meters per second, which is still noticeable to be honest, but still pretty fast missiles on both weapon systems. Explosion radius 31.96 meters on the rapid missiles. On the classic mediums it is 112 meters. And also the explosion velocity on the rapid missiles is a little bit faster than the explosion velocity on the ordinary missile launchers. Now the biggest difference here will be the range. These missiles have 53.41 kilometer range, while the rapids have around 30 kilometer range. Now the disruptor range is 45 km or 21 km with the scrambler, so you can technically use both weapon systems with scramblers, although I prefer to use scramblers with torpedoes or rapid missile launchers while I use points for the classic medium missiles. Now I have this one large shield booster that I really want to replace with a large shield extender. And in order to make this build work, I will have to replace my rigs. So I mentioned this before, I really need to replace my current rigs with rig integrations. Expect to have around 60 to 70% base resistance without any mods on, so that will be interesting to test out. Should be around 86-87% to 90% resistance with my final build with the rig integrations. The current capacitor status is not that good with a fit like this. Of course, I'm not quite sure that I will use a Nosferatu on this ship, but we will see how that will progress towards the final build that I'll have for this ship. Of course, still prefer to use the ordinary missile launchers because my main targets are usually more massive ships. Okay, well, let's take a look at how this will look. Now, I replaced my shield booster with a large shield extender, and I think I will use a large shield extender on this ship with this build. Now, this one gives plenty of shield, 4266 shield volume. And of course you get the bonus while activating it, dual adaptive invisibility fields, and of course unfortunately didn't have enough power grid for a micro warp drive, so yeah, I really need to change the rigs on this monster because I have an idea for a very interesting ship that will potentially be very lethal, and for that I really need to get more power grid. These are the resistances. As you can see, the shield resistance are looking pretty good. Of course, it will be a lot better. The velocity is not that great with the afterburner, that's why I want to use a micro warp drive. Can safely orbit at 30 kilometers from most targets while still have range with missiles, and of course with my points, or orbit 20 kilometers or below if you want to use the scrambler, which also works quite well. and it's also a pretty decent shield buff that you get upon activating the large shield extender, which, when I think about, in the end, a capacitor battery can replace one invulnerability field for close to mid-range combat. And I believe that I will use a capacitor battery, but again, power grid is a limiting factor here, so this ship desperately needs more power grid. 1002 is absolutely not enough if you want to use this ship for a more closer combat, which I want to try out when the ship is actually ready for that. Well then, with that being said, time to destroy some expensive ships today. First target is this Ashimmu. So the Orthos is the perfect counter to an Ashimmu. In this type of scenario, the Orthos will most likely win. Of course, the Ashimmu can burn to the gate because there is just no way for me to slow them down, but if you catch the Ashimmu in a situation like this, they are pretty toasted. And of course that also counts if you catch the Ashimmu in an anomaly or a mission. The Ashimmu is most likely going to have a very bad day. Now this Ashimmu was tanky, but we do have some neutralizers working here, so that Ashimmu is boosting shield quite well. That's a very nice tank, by the way. Large shield booster, similar to mine, although my Ashimmu is more built for range. That Ashimmu appears to be using pulse lasers, so we have the advantage here. They are now at 50% armor. Still, you can see how tanky the Ashimmu is. We have 4 ships shooting at this one faction cruiser, and that Ashimmu still holding out incredibly well. That's impressive. One more missile volley should do the job, and I think I'm gonna get the kill, Mel. Nice. Good fight to the Ashimmu. That was a brave last stand. I really like that ship. I did get my Ashimmu, still haven't lost it, by the way. That's like the Orthos and that Ashimmu, the only 2 ships that I currently fly that haven't died so far. I mean, if I lose this Orthos, that's gonna cause some serious damage. I can tell you, this ship is quite expensive. The Ashimmu is also quite expensive, because I did get some rig integrations on it. Alright, well, very nice kill. Did not drop any debris, unfortunately, so it was still okay. Got some predator disruptors and things like that. Next target, Brutix.
Warp drive active.
Alright, well, let's see what will happen here. They are doing a Caldery storyline mission. I'm just gonna set the orbit. I always set the orbit because sometimes I just forget and the ship decides to go either too close or too far. Okay, perfect. Warping. Brutix has been pointed. I am orbiting at 39 kilometers, optimal range. That's a first nice hit. We'll change orbit if the Brutix decides to try the slingshot tactic. That can work. They are now at 50%, below 50% armor. I am now taking some big damage here. And this is the moment where I wish I had my large shield extender, because that would hold out more than this. That's obvious. My shield going down. I am now in armor. Orthos is not an armor tank ship. Its armor is very thin, so I am risking a lot here. There goes the low armor alert. And here I decided to just warp out, but that was a mistake though. The Brutix did stop shooting at me at the very moment that I decided to warp out. So I could have destroyed that Brutix, but I was afraid to get popped if the hull starts to get hit, because the hull of the ship goes down very fast. Right, well, let's warp to the next target. We have a battlecruiser, tier 8 battlecruiser. Let's quickly approach. I have a chance to catch this one. Let's approach. Oh, where did the battlecruiser go? I did not see them warp out, and the drone did stay on the field. Interesting. What is going on here? And the mission still... Well, the mission is completed, so... I believe that they have logged out here. Oh, they're back. Am I going to get lucky today? Are they going to be warping on me? If they warp on me, they are in some big trouble. Well, well, well. And perfect range as well. Excellent. Pointed. Yeah, they are pointed. That's a first big hit. Orbiting in 35 kilometers. That's a sniper build Naga, so I should be good. They are now in a hole. They did hit me. That's interesting. That was a very lucky catch. You can say that I came at the right moment on the right time, or something like that. Let's grab that wreck. Oh, nice. That's at least 100 million loot right there. All right, not bad. That was a nice kill. All right, well, time to go towards the next target. We have a Raven. All right.
Warp drive active.
This is about to be fun. Ravens became one of my favorite targets in the Orthos, because the missiles on Ravens seem to be scratching my shield. Now that sounds weird, I know, but so far all Ravens that I fought did not do a lot of damage on this ship. Okay, we'll go and point the Raven. They are pointed, excellent. There is a Apocalypse Striker over there. That monster will do a lot of damage, so I'm not afraid that local has 8, so if we get jumped, we have the guns to repel the attackers, so I feel pretty safe around that battleship over there. Raven losing its shield rapidly. That's a PvE Raven, by the way, not a PvP Raven. PvP Ravens are very hard to shoot down, while the PvE Ravens are mostly active tanks, so you can overwhelm that easily. Okay, Raven now in the hull. Nice, so far so good. One more hit from the battleship and they should go down. That was a beautiful explosion. Alright, let's loot. Some nice micro warp drives there. For some reason it's not... Oh, okay, I see what's going on here. My cargo full. Alright, that was kinda awkward. Been clicking on loot all with 100% cargo. Well then, I guess I'll just have to remove some unnecessary items from my cargo hold. Okay, let's see, what do I have here? A lot of unnecessary items that can be ejected. Okay, let's do this. Should have enough for some of these items. Really want to get that micro warp drive, at least That was at least 50 to 60 million loot from that Raven right there. Alright, nice. Not bad. Okay, time to take range. And let's see if we get more ships to warp in here, because currently we are pretty juicy targets, to be honest. A smaller fleet can't happen to come through. Next target, Dominix. Now, we have chased this Dominix around, and, well, unfortunately they came a little bit too close this time, so the Dominix has been pointed. They use, I believe they use 1 large drone and 3 sentries, so I should be safe. The sentries are not gonna be able to hit me, and the large drone is too slow. Dominix now in armor, doing some pretty decent damage on the Dominix. Of course, there is another Apocalypse Striker as heavy support, or should I say I am support in this case, because my DPS is dwarfed compared to the DPS of a Apocalypse Striker, but still, my alpha is pretty good. Alright, nice. Dominix has been destroyed. Let's grab the wreck. This time I have enough cargo, okay. Looted, now let's take range. Again, I feel pretty safe around the Apocalypse Striker. These things are scary, and those are one of the few ships that I would tackle, but with extreme caution, because these things can melt cruisers in seconds if they make a mistake. Alright, warping towards the next target. This is a Serpentis, not a Serpentis, Gurista's base. Oh, okay, okay. For some reason I thought this was Serpentis base. Well, let's see. Target is Vexer Navy. Okay, now there's a trick that you can use if you are hunting players. If you warp at an anomaly like this, you are most likely going to be masked by the NPC pirates there. So that Vexer has no clue that I am approaching them. They will notice me when it is too late. So almost in point range, okay, pointed, will orbit at, well, not 45 kilometers, that's a little bit too risky. Let me just adjust that to 32 kilometers. Okay, they are now in the optimal range. The Orthos does melt cruisers very quickly, so one of the few ships that you can kill if you manage to get close to it. At close range with these missiles, I am not going to be able to do much against smaller targets like frigates, although some frigates can get destroyed pretty quickly, I'll admit. But if you're careful enough, you can take out a Orthos like this without a problem. You just need to know its weakness. Alright, well, let me get out of the point and let me warp towards safety here, because there's plenty of traffic here. And this was a level 5 base. They can be dangerous. They carry points. Hopefully, and thankfully actually, they are not carrying any scrubbers. That would be dangerous. Right, next target. Another Raven.
Warp drive active.
Now, the main enemy that this ship has are stabs. If I have a scrambler, that's not a problem. With 3 scramblers you can have 15 points. That's a lot of points. But with 3 disruptors, that's at least 6 points. So I'll show you one of the reasons why I want to try out a more close range fitted Orthos. This Raven has been tackled. I have 2 points on them, and they warped off because they have stabs. Okay, not a problem. They warped towards the planet. Let's chase. Let's play around with this Raven a little bit because, well, they warped to the planet. I mean, they might wanna fight at that planet. We're about to find that out. Now, excuse me chatting a lot, trying to call for support, or should I say trying to call for more DPS and for more points, because 4 points are not gonna hold this Raven. Alright, well, attempt number 2. Raven pointed, and I'm doing good damage to it. Again, this Raven is fitted for missions, close range, so... Well, actually, this Raven is shooting back. Okay. They are using the classic large missiles, so I'm not gonna take too much damage. They are barely scratching the surface of my shield here, so I'm safe. I can hold this target for some time. Now, I say hold the target. I'm not holding them. They are free to warp out because they have a lot of stabs. Okay, well, they warped, and let's see. Well, let's not warp to the station. That would not end well for me. I will try the planet. If they warp to the station, I'm going to see that from a safe distance. Overall, if I had my build from the start of the video ready for this Raven would have been caught, because I would have had like 15 points, but it's okay. I still need to like buy the rigs. Alright, let's approach. Alright, well, back to the planet. I think the Raven is panicking a little bit. That works in my favor, to be honest. We will see what will happen here. I'm still not giving up. Who knows? They might decide to stay and fight for enough time for my ally to jump in. Okay, there's the Raven, burning towards them. Attempt number 4, I believe. And I still do decent damage to the shield with my missiles. Okay, well, Raven decided to... No, I'm pretty sure that they went to the station. I'm pretty sure that they went to the station. But of course, I'm not gonna warp to the station because I have criminal timer. If I warp to the station, the gate guns will get me. Yeah, there's the Raven on the station, right there. Alright, fair enough. That was a nice chase. I'm not complaining, that was a nice chase. Was fun. Well, more reasons to go with the Scrambler fit on this little cruiser. Right, next target, Prophecy. Now, this Prophecy also has a lot of stabs, and well, you can actually see me go for the Scrambler here, and I did do that. Well, that's a lot of points on this poor Prophecy here. I almost set my own Apocalypse Striker on fire. I'm pretty sure that that Apocalypse would have just deleted me off the grid if I were to fire at them. Okay, well, what can I eject this time? Oh man, I really need to start I really need to start unloading my cargo before I go into fights, because I keep missing on some very nice stuff because I just loot the bad wreck. For example, we have some nice missiles here that I could definitely use, and a drone and drones. Okay, that was a prophecy. I mean, prophecies have a lot of drones. Oh man, the drones. Yeah. The Orthos does not like drones because drones shred the ship so easily. Well, I guess I might just leave that loot for my friend over there, because I can't loot anything. Well then, on to the next target.
Warp drive active.
Let me prepare the overview. Did I unload my cargo? Yeah, I did. Okay, good. This time I did do the right thing. This is a oracle. Let's quickly tackle. Now this oracle panicked. Instead of warping, they decided to turn on the micro warp drive, and that kind of prevented them from warping on time. So again, a rare chance to see dual Orthos doing Orthos things like shooting down battlecruisers in seconds. Let me get that wreck. That pilot panicked. They could have warped away easily, but they clicked on the micro warp drive instead of warp out. It happens. It happens. So not a big problem. I guess with time you get experience in fights. Next victim. This is a tier 8 battlecruiser. Pointed. Let's orbit at 30 kilometers just to be safe. Shield gone, armor gone, I guess. Will be gone. And the hull is just deleted. Oh my god, that's a lot of DPS. That was a lot of DPS. You know, I'm currently kind of thinking which tier 10 battleship to get. The Abaddon seems to be a pretty damn good choice. Although my wallet says my budget around a Megatron, so well, I don't know. I really don't know what battleship to get. Although I wanna get one, obviously. Not sure which one will be the ship that I'll go for. I did play around with the Abaddon a while ago. I think a couple months ago. Was a pretty good ship. I love it. It's very tanky, extremely tanky. So we will see what I will decide. Who knows? I mean, I might just end up buying something faction. I don't know. We will see. By the way, this target is a Bellicose Cortops, so yeah, that was a nice kill as well. Let's open the wreck and see what's inside. Okay, well, that was a funny one. Literally nothing dropped from the fit. Okay, I guess that happens as well. Our next target, Mahler. Oh man, I wish that I had this ship way sooner, because I wouldn't have problems shooting down so many ships. The Orthos is really, and overall, more Legion ships are pretty good tackle ships and pretty good PvP ships. Now there is the question: what's better, Ashimmu or Orthos? Well, I can call both of them top one. Both of these ships, like, in my eyes, share the top one spot, because both of them are very unique at what they are doing. The Ashimmu is perfect if you can catch your targets. The Orthos is good if you can outrun your targets, because if the Orthos gets caught, it goes down. While for the Ashimmu, yeah, the Ashimmu dominates anything that's within 30 kilometers from it. So, very unique and very fun ships. You can pick whichever you like, because both of them will be amazing. Now, our next target, Caracal Sniper. You know, these sniper ships, I think the Caracal Sniper is the best one, because people fly them the most, so I just assume it's like the best sniper ship out there. But of course, as always, I could be wrong. In any case, this sniper is down. Was a very nice kill as well. The tier 10 cruisers, well, that's not a tier 10 cruiser, that's a tier 8 cruiser. Caracal 2 is a tier 10 cruiser. This sniper was pretty good, so I'll just loot the wreck. Okay, nice, and we got scanned. Alright, well, seems like we are getting some company here. I have the timer. If we get jumped, I'll just jump through the gate. It's not a problem. The Orthos is fast, so I can outrun most ships without worrying. Alright, and towards the next target. We did destroy a lot of ships today. A lot of ships went down. I really need to show you, like, I have a collection of wrecks from all of my targets that I loot. So I can show you that one day. And the target is a prophecy. Okay, excellent. Let's orbit. They are tackled. Doing some very nice damage on the armor. Now they are in hole. Scrambled just in case they have like 20 stabs or something. Alright, nice. Looted everything and let's take range. Well, today was a very successful roam. A very good PvP roam. Hope that you enjoyed. And well, I will definitely be working on that close range build for the Orthos. I really wanna see how that will work out. Might end up being a very lethal combination. We will see. But with that being said, stay safe, fly safe, and as always, I'll see you next time.